Very good morning, welcome. It's Jeff Lawton online on Wednesday the 12th of March, second day of Cheltenham. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Jeff Lawton and I've made my living from backing horses for over 30 years now. Don't bet on anything else and I have no other business interests, so it's imperative that I get it right. Now hopefully you've been watching these videos for the last couple of weeks and you understand what I'm trying to do. I haven't set this up as a tipping channel, and I'm sure that you will find plenty of those all over social media of people waving wads of cash around and showing fake betting slips. This is more to help you change the way that you look at the races and to choose the races to bet in. Yesterday we covered the 4 short races, or the short favourites in the races at Cheltenham, and I hope you followed the advice, because I specifically told you not to be backing the 2 that got beaten, and I told you that the other 2 would win. So hopefully you did take that advice on board. Now don't get sucked into the big handicaps. This is where the bookies want you to play. Be smarter than that and look to the races where only 2 or 3 can win. Concentrate on the races where I always say where the punter is the favourite, not the bookie. Now I'll cover quite a few of the races today, and remember, if you do want to join or inquire about my private service, just drop me a line at the email address below, jefflawtonmanagement@gmail.com. Yeah, I'll mention the races on here that I'm playing in, but I'm obviously not going to be specific about the bets, whereas my private clients since Saturday have been given 8 bets and 7 have won. Now we're well on the way to our 17th winning week from 18 since the jump season started, with a current profit of 228 points. Or in monetary terms, if you bet to say a £20 per point stake, you'd have £4,560 winnings in your pocket. Now there's an average of 2 bets per day, and these are sent at 8:30 AM daily by text. If you're not interested, that's absolutely fine. But do yourself a favour and hit the subscribe button below, as you'll then receive a notification every time I put a video up, and then you can get my views on here for free from around 11 AM. So let's start at Cheltenham. Starting the 120, Willie Mullins runs Final Demand. Now in the opening race yesterday I made it very clear that Kopek de Boards was running in a 1-horse race, providing his jumping held up. I don't think it's a 1-horse race today, maybe 2, because I've been so impressed with the new Lion on all 3 starts, and the way he won a Grade 1 last time was almost audacious, as Harry Skelton was still taking a pull on the running, and to the eye that was very impressive. But after Dan Skelton was talking about even dropping the horse backing trip, that sort of worried me a little bit. Whereas Final Demand was only getting going late on when he won his Grade 1 at Leopardstown. This track is a hell of a lot more demanding than Newbury, and they'll surely go a strong pace. I would anticipate he'll rocket up that hill as his stamina kicks in, but if the new Lion travels as well as he did at Newbury, it will be some race. In the 2 o'clock, another Willie Mullins horse at Ballyburn. Now this is the second short one of Willie's on the day, and he's done very little wrong in his career so far. He won at this meeting last year by 13 lengths, that was over hurdles, and then he was sent chasing this season. Now he was well beaten by Sergino at Kempton over Christmas, but that was when he was brought back to 2 Mile on a speed track like Kempton. Going over 2 Mile 5 furlong next time, he won his Grade 1 over fences, and he's always been thought of as a 3 Mile chaser in the making. But I know the yard would prefer softer ground. Dancing City from the Mullins yard won't be a pushover, even though Paul Townend has chosen Ballyburn. The percentage call is Ballyburn, but I think there are better 8 to 13 shots around. In the 4 o'clock, Nicky Henderson runs John Bon. Now I see that the bookies are pushing out his price and the pundits are saying he's never won at the festival. But let's look at the facts. He's run 5 times at Cheltenham, he's won twice, both times at Grade 2 level. His 3 defeats were all in Grade 1s, behind the likes of El Fabiolo and Constitution Hill. And he missed the festival last year after being beaten here at 1-4 I'm can't even think of the name of the horse that he got me. Elixir, I believe, from memory. But his three wins this winter, including here, have been exemplary. He won the Tingle Creek, he won the Clarence House, and he takes on horses here rated £5 and above inferior to him. And whilst I hear the opinions of people saying he's not as good at Cheltenham, it is his race to lose. If he gets into a rhythm, he'll be very hard to beat. Over at Huntingdon, I want to look at one race there. Not So Sobers in the 138 trained by Graham McPherson. He has the honour of finishing second to the now 147 rated The New Lion on his debut around this time last year. Even the third that day is rated 126. So it was quite a way to make an entrance. He duly won next time in a bumper before finishing fourth in a Cheltenham bumper. He was then sent hurdling this year and he was given a very strange and quiet ride out the back on debut, but was well back next time and jumped well out in front until he was challenged 2 out and he made a proper Horlicks of both the last two. He was destined for second that day, but the mistake at the last saw him passed on the running and he finished fourth. This looks a fairly weak race and he should be good enough to win this on his bumper form. At Wolverhampton, Paradoxical in the 6:30, trained by Jenny Candlish. Now he's been in rude health this winter, winning 4 races anywhere from 1 mile to 1 mile and 4. But I think this is his best trip today, which is 1 mile, 1.5 furlongs. He's gone up from a mark of 53 to today's 70, a raise of £6 if you take into account the kid's reduced claim. But since Warren Fentiman has got on board and they fitted cheek pieces to him, he's definitely improved. Given a patient ride last time, he won with more in hand than the official 1.25 lengths. That was over 1.5 furlong, and today's extra furlong will surely suit him. So that's it for now, but if you want, as I say, please hit the subscribe button below if you want to get notifications every time I put a video up. And if you want to join my private service, or you just want to ask me a question, or you want to find out when I'm back in at 8:30 in the morning, just drop me a line to the below email address, which is jefflawtonmanagement@gmail.com. And I thank you for looking in, and I will be back tomorrow for the 3rd day of Cheltenham.